that get you in the Halloween spirit? While the full creative project we're featuring in this video, Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun, was made with other AI tools, in today's tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to create tons of your own spooky designs and content in just minutes using Playground AI's newest tools, including the V3 image generator and the design studio. From eerie graphics to haunting text prompts, Playground AI V3 makes it easier and faster than ever to bring your Halloween ideas to life. And if you stick around till the end, you'll get to enjoy the full Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun project. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now here's what we're diving into today. First, I'll give you a quick intro into the Playground AI system, one of the top AI tools for content creators. We'll explore the latest V3 update and its new image generation capabilities, comparing it to Leonardo AI's Phoenix model so you can see how they stack up. Plus, Playground AI V3 now includes text generation, which opens up even more creative possibilities. Then I'll take you through the design studio and show you how to whip up high-quality content in just minutes. Finally, I'll share my personal takeaways on when and why you should use Playground AI to elevate your creative AI projects. So first off, what even is Playground AI? It is a design and editor tool that has an image generation and design studio built in. When you come in, you're going to see the design page pop up first when you visit it from the Google page, but you can get over to the image generation board by going down to your profile and hitting this go to board. That's where you're going to find the Create platform, where users who have been using Playground for a while are familiar with and what we've actually been designing in some of our other videos that we've covered Playground on. So if we take a look coming into Playground here, you can see there's a couple of options. There's Explore here, where you can see other people's designs that they've created and images and prompts and all of that fun stuff. There's Your Creations on here. This is every image that I've created in here and where it's stored. One of the things I really like about Playground and being able to go through the images that I need is you can see up here at the top where the select images, all images, newest, like how to sort it, that kind of stuff. And then there's this button for all time. If I go in, I can actually go by the month that images were generated. So let's say I want to remind myself or compare how the system has grown now versus back in December of 2023. So I could pick December of 2023 and all of my old images that were created in that time frame are going to be in here. So one thing that I like to do is sometimes I'll just go back and find one of the prompts that I actually really liked. So for instance, we'll take this drawing here of this woman with the tattoos. If I copy this prompt and I come up here to create, you can see that the model is set to the Playground version 3, which is what we're going over today. But if you're interested in knowing about the Stable Diffusion XL, Playground 2.5, or how to use the Playground chooses, feel free to check out our other Playground videos that are available on our channel. But today specifically, we're looking at V3. So I'm going to choose V3. That was a 1:1 image that I was looking at before. I'm going to leave it on high quality. And I'm just going to copy that prompt in here. And you can see that when I do that, it's going to create an image. And then I'll be able to compare it with the image that I did back in December of 2023, because back then it was just Playground version 2, I think. So that's not even available on here anymore to use. So we can see there how much it's come up from that same prompt versus the one in December. Let's pull that back up here. Now, as you can see, back then, it really did not adhere to the prompt. This was supposed to be a high-resolution photorealistic portrait of this woman who was supposed to have fair skin, long, luscious black hair on her shoulder or falling on her shoulders. The focal point was supposed to be the tattoos on her upper arm. And then she was supposed to be in a setting that depict a beautiful beach in Kauai. So you can see that the image produced back then was not great at following the prompt instruction at all. But let's say I wanted to compare apples to apples on this, and I know that the prompt isn't really generating this image. What I can do now in version 3 for Playground is hit this download button, and then I can go back to the creation screen. I can remove the prompt I just put in, and this button right here is the describe image. So if you're familiar with some of the other AI generation platforms like Leonardo, where we have the describe with AI, this feature has been added in a very similar manner to how you use those. So if I click this upload here, I can just grab that image and I can let it describe the image using its own AI system. So you can see here it says describing the image. And now we've got a prompt that hopefully will adhere more to the actual first image I put in versus this one, which came out great for following the prompt exactly as it was written. But unfortunately, back in December of 2023, it wasn't really following the direction of the prompt as well. So it's kind of hard to compare those two. Okay, so here we go. You can see that it did create that focal point of the tattoo on her shoulder. It is that more of an illustrated look to the actual design versus the photorealism. It actually even put in the artist signature with her name on there of the woman that I had put in to create the character. So looking at these two side by side, you can see just how far along it's really come now that we're at the version 3. Just to go back and test things, if you've been using a system for a while and they release a new version or a new upgrade, go in and take some of your old prompts and some of your old images and use these new tools to see how much better it's doing. I, for one, think this is a much better image than what I got that first time in adhering to the actual prompt that I was looking for. The other thing that Playground is doing now that you could not do before is text. So let me show you real quick by switching back to the Playground 2.5 here, and I'll put in a prompt that includes some text. I'll just keep it very simple and say a beautiful woman with blonde hair holding a sign that says the real AI agents. And you can see it is on Playground 2.5 over here. So we'll go ahead and create that. And then if I switch it to the Playground version 3, leave the exact same prompt in. There is no prompt enhancer on the Playground version 3 yet. So it is adhering just to the prompt that I've given it, not creating its own spin on it. We can see here that with 2.5, it is a blonde woman. She is holding a sign. It does not say the real AI agents though. Whereas on version 3, it is a blonde woman, a little bit more photorealistic, still some issues with the hands here. It does say the real AI agents on it. And I'm not sure why it put in the secondary AI agents, but what I have noticed working with the version 3 is that the more you create the same prompt, the better it actually will get at that prompt. So let me just show you here. If I run this, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 more times, we should see a progression of it getting better leading up to that 4th one. Okay, so you can see here, it got the real AI agents right, the blonde woman holding the sign. Again, the text is right in all of these except the last one, surprisingly. The hands are a little wonky in all of them. I'm not a huge fan of that. That was a very simple prompt. And the reason I put that simple prompt in is to show you that sometimes it really struggles when you're not giving it enough detail, especially in this version 3. So if I come in and I put in a prompt that has more detail, you guys know me, I'm all about correcting your prompts to get better images the first time. Now seems like a great time to tell you guys about my prompt guide that you can get for free by joining our email list. Just use the link in the description of this video to grab that free ebook. But if I put in a better prompt here with a little bit more description, that I want it to be a stunning woman with sun-kissed ash blonde hair, Things like I want there to be effortless waves in her hair. What I want the sign to look like. I want it to be a white sign with bold cursive letters and a metallic finish that reads the real AI agents. I give it a font type. I give it a little bit more detail on what I want her to look like and how the scene should be overall. And then I hit create. Watch what a big difference this is. You guys also know that the two generators I use most are Playground AI and Leonardo AI. So I do want to show you a comparison of that, how this image would come out on Leonardo if we were to do that. So you can see here, this is the Leonardo design, which the hands look good. There's a little bit of an addition of a letter here that I don't need, and that leaves some spacing here that's to be desired. So that's really not exactly what I was looking for. But if we come back to the version 3 in Playground, you can see with that expanded prompt, her hands need a little bit of correcting here. Got some problems with the finger and the placement of the hand here. But you can see that it did a much better job of adhering to how I wanted the model to look and how I wanted the sign to look. So the text is perfect on that. I did not get perfect text the first time I generated that same prompt on Leonardo. So take it for what it is on that. I do think the text generation is really good on Playground V3 when prompted correctly. That's the key here, is prompting these systems correctly. Okay, so now that you've seen the new image generation and the text capability in version 3, let's hop into the brand new part of Playground, which is this design tab right here. So when you're in design, you're going to see this home screen. I did end up having to get the premium subscription for the design part of Playground. So when I started playing with it a few weeks ago when V3 was first released, it was letting me do everything that I assumed was part of the Pro program on here. But when I went to record this video last week, I actually noticed that the upgrade to Pro was down here in the corner. And so I was curious, since I already had a Playground Pro account, why that was appearing on there. And then as I started creating designs, it actually said I had reached the limit after a very short amount of designs and would not let me use some of the Pro templates. So I did reach out to Playground's customer support, and they got back to me very quickly, and they did let me know that the Playground board and the Playground design are actually two premium Pro memberships that are separate. So if you look at it that way, that means that if you're going monthly, you're paying $15 a month for the Playground board, which is where we do the actual image generation later in this video for the V3. And then you're also paying $15 for the use of this part of design, which we're going to cover as far as what you're able to do with changing the designs in here very quickly. It is really fast to make content, but I don't know, in my opinion, if it would be worth paying for both memberships along with needing a system like Leonardo, which honestly is just making still better images, I think, in the Phoenix. And to help you guys out to try to see what the different prompting styles are in the V3, I've actually created this Airtable guide where you can go in and you can see a couple of different prompts. So you can see a basic prompt, and then you can see an expanded prompt, and then you can see a master level prompt and what the images were produced using the Playground V3. Feel free to use these prompts and these images for anything that you're going to create this coming Halloween season. You'll also see where I've added in what the image looked like that was created on Leonardo AI. So you can compare for yourself what you think about the Playground V3 images versus the Leonardo Phoenix model in the dynamic preset image. So hopefully that helps you guys in your creations and to understand the better prompting that's possible in these systems when you take it from just a basic prompt into a more descriptive high-level prompt. The link for that Airtable is going to be in the description of this video. So if you love it, let me know in the comments. Now let's hop back into the playground design and I will show you really quick how you can do a couple of these different designs like the ones you see here that I've created in just a couple of minutes. But let's head back over to the design page because this is where the social digital marketer is really going to want to pay close attention to what they've added to the playground system now. You can see that there's a couple options. There's logo, t-shirt, social media post, art, poster, mobile wallpaper, mock-ups, stickers, cards and invites, seamless patterns, memes, monogram, ebook covers, and virtual backgrounds. So you can see that they're already using an example of a Halloween party on here. And I thought since it's getting close to Halloween time now, we'll go ahead and do some designs in here that are Halloween based that you could use if you were putting out some content for your brand or just your personal account, or just trying to have some fun with the generative AI art. Maybe you're having a Halloween party and you want to have a unique invitation, or you want a special t-shirt to wear. I'm going to show you how we can use this as creators to quickly create designs in literally minutes here. So let's start with the logo. If we come in here, you'll notice there's a lot of different areas that it's broken down into, or categories that it's broken down into, that you can check out. There isn't a search button here yet. I'm hoping that we'll see that in like the very near future, because it is a lot to kind of go through all of these designs and see what's going on in here and what you need to do. But let's just go ahead. So let's check out something in here. Like let's go with the digital art and see what they've got. And we'll scroll through a little bit here. See if we can find one that we like or that kind of fits the version of what it is I'm hoping to make at the end here. I kind of like the way that this one is glowing and bright colors. So let's just choose this one here. And you'll see that when we go in, it says, what do you want to change? So it's asking what we want to change about this. So let's say I want to change these knights' heads here to a beautiful enchantress stirring her cauldron. I can just put in that prompt, and once I hit create, you can see there that it kept the exact same style, but it gave me an enchantress stirring a cauldron. Very simple logo, very clean, has the same colors to it that the first one did. But let's say I change my mind and I actually want it to be a carved jack-o'-lantern. And there you go. We've got a carved pumpkin here with the same color scheme, the same sort of like flow of energy coming off of the design. When I saw that it was this easy to create content, that it has already been perfectly put together by different designers to come in here and be able to just put my own spin on it and get it out as content that quickly, I was amazed. But here's what's really mind-blowing. So each design that you do, you can come in over here to this apply style and look at all of these styles that they have for each of the designs. So I can pick any of these and it's going to transfer this jack-o'-lantern over to whatever it is I pick here. So let's say, for example, I choose urban hues. There you go. We see the same design, same concept, but the colors have now changed to that new style. So let's say I'm not a huge fan of this and I want to go back. All I have to do is hit the back arrow. Now it'll allow you to do that for so long. So if you like an image, but you still want to move on and apply different styles and try different things, I highly recommend clicking on the share button up here and downloading the image as you go. So I'm just going to hit download here. And then I've got that. So if I get to the point where I'm not getting back to this design, I at least know that I've saved it and I can go back and use it again. Another really cool feature of this is if I find one that I like, let's say I'm like, okay, I really like this logo. I like the look of it. I can come in and I can change the size and get it to the actual size of the content that I'm doing. So let's choose this 916 here. Let's say I'm working on a story or a reel, and I need it to be that size. There we go. It's done that fast. Now, if we go back, you'll see all of the different categories that they have. So you can go in and you can work off any of these. So for instance, let's say I want to make a vintage logo here. I'm going to choose this nature is calling summertime. And you can see at the bottom, there's a couple of prompts. So there's like add to the image, change the text, change, replace, what if it were. I'm going to do change the text to a night under the full moon. Look at how amazing that is. It kept the same design in the center here, and it changed it to a night under the full moon. It's already got a full moon over this campsite, so that's pretty cool, but let's go ahead and change that. And you can see I can keep changing the design from one step to the other by just coming in and changing the prompt again. So let's do replace the tent with a cauldron. Let's see if it'll actually take this tent here and make it a cauldron there. Okay, and you can see that's exactly what it did. Kept the full moon up there. Actually made a couple of cauldrons. That could be because there were a couple of different tents in the image, and I wasn't specific to it just being the forefront tent. But amazing how quickly you can do that. And again, if I wanted to come in and apply styles, you can see here all of the different styles that I could apply to this image to come up with, I think there's like 30 some here that are possible to do. So imagine the amount of content you can put together super, super quickly with this new design in Playground version 3. So let's go back and let's get out of the logos. And let's just say, you know, one of our last videos, we talked about using Printify to create your own merch for your brand, or if you just, you know, really like your own designs better than what's out there, you could come in and start making your own t-shirt templates. So if you come into the t-shirt template, you'll see they've got a new category, which obviously people are into Halloween right now. So there's one we could work off of. We've got minimalist, we've got illustration, digital art, typography, geometric, vintage, cartoon, and so on. I mean, there's so many options here. Again, that's why I can't wait for there to be an actual search bar, because it does take a while to go through and look through all of these. So let's say I want a custom t-shirt to wear. If I come in and I just pick this one, for example, where it says Creep It Real, and it's got a little ghost on a skateboard here, I can change some things about this design that might make it better to put on my t-shirt. So let's say, first of all, I don't like bats, remove the bats. Hopefully that will get rid of this little thing that's on the tail here. I think that was supposed to be a bat and it didn't come out right. So let's see, fingers crossed it takes that away. Okay, and it did, perfect. So it's still got the ghost on the skateboard. Still kept the same color scheme here and the kind of checkered flag in the back. So now let's say, again, you guys already know I don't like the orange. Let's change it to lime green. And perfect. It changed the text, kept it spelled correctly. Everything is right. Even the orange from the wheels have changed to green here now. So that's perfect. Let's say that's the design I want on my shirt. Of course, I could change it and apply these filters, but let's say I want it just like it is. I can come up here to the share, I can download, and you guys already know I use Printify for my t-shirts, so you could go over into Printify, and I could come right over to the t-shirts here, and I can grab a t-shirt. Let's just say this one, for example. I can start designing, and I can pull my ghost right on over to the design. I can size it to the t-shirt however I want it. I do want to point out though, the bigger you make it, the lower your resolution is. So you will either want to automatically enhance it or take this into Photoshop or Canva and upscale it to be the right resolution for a clear print on your t-shirt. And then you just want to fit it to wherever you want it. Save your product. And then it'll show you what your design looks like on that product. So obviously I would want to remove the background and make it a transparent design before I did that. because you don't want that square box on your shirt. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to open a design here in Canva, and I'm going to pull over that design, size it up here, and then I'm just going to hit this remove background. I'll give it a title. I'm going to hit share. I'm going to hit download, and I'm going to hit transparent background, and then I'm going to upscale it here. And then I'm going to download that design. And now if I go back to edit design and I remove that one, remember it says low resolution there, and I upload the one I just made in Canva with the transparent background, you can see now that it says high resolution and there is no box around the skateboarder now. So that is going to be a much better design. If I hit save product here, I can then come in and see that that definitely did make a better t-shirt design there. And because I have commercial rights from the design studio in Playground, I actually could sell this as a design on a t-shirt. So there's that information. There's a link to Printify in the description of this video. If you're going to use it, I would really appreciate if you use the link we have in the description because that will help support our channel. But getting back to the design studio here, if we come back, we can go to this virtual background. So I don't know if you guys are like me and you still have like Zoom meetings and work from home kind of meetings, but I like to add a fun twist on my background on like Zoom and stuff. And you'll see that there's a lot of fall ones already in here. So let's say I really like this October vibes one with the haunted house, but instead of October vibes, I want it to say, let's say I wanted to say spooky home sell 2. Since it's a haunted house, real estate is a huge niche. I'll go ahead and put this one and we'll see what we get back for our virtual background. I'm hoping it keeps the kind of like drip texture, and it did. Look at that. So that is perfect for a virtual background for someone who might be talking about real estate or doing something in that genre or that niche. Of course, I would take out these bats because those really don't look that great. So let me say, remove the bats. Perfect. And then there we go without the bats on the image now. And if I wanted to apply styles, I could come over, do the styles. And for this one, I think that it could possibly look kind of cool in this retro nostalgia. So let's go ahead and choose that one. Okay, and you can see, so there it ties in the orange, the full moon, much more kind of like that retro Halloween feel to it instead. So perfect there. If I wanted to share that, I could simply copy the public link, or I could download. And because I do have the pro account now, I could upscale this by 4 times, or I could remove the background if I wanted to do those things as well. So this time I actually want to do my own design instead of starting with one of theirs from scratch. So let's go ahead and do this start design from image. So I have an image here I actually made in Leonardo that I just pulled over into the design studio here. And I want to use this as a personal invitation to a Halloween party. So I've used my AI avatar. Here's the AI avatar that I pulled over that I wanted it to use. I was hoping it would actually come out like how my avatar looks, but it did come out quite a bit different there. Kind of put its own spin on things for sure. Definitely not the same character, but that's okay. I can go ahead and show you anyway how I could make some changes to this to add the text. So let's go ahead where it says add text, or hit the add button, and then you'll see it says add. And I'm going to say, add the text, join me for a night of Halloween fun in bold white font. Okay, and you can see that is definitely a fail. So twice now it has struggled to add font to the image. So once again, I'm glad I only signed up for a month of this because it is in its infancy and it does have quite a bit of work to do to come up to where it would be highly usable at scale. But as you know from using these generative AI tools, that progress happens very quickly, and this is going to be an amazing tool in the future. You did such a great job sticking around and staying for the technical stuff. We think now you should take a couple of minutes to just sit back and relax and enjoy this compilation of images put together with this song that we created just for this video.
I creep in the night when the full moon's bright, waking up the spirits who slept so tight. Oh, what a fright, all the monsters run, but ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. That's all they really want, some fun. When the cauldron's brewed and the spell's begun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. The real AI agents are joining the spree. Spooky tech wizards as smart as can be. In the haunted night with data they run. Cause ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. That's all they really want, some fun. When the cauldron's brewed and the spell's begun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. The real AI agents are joining the spree. Spooky tech wizards as smart as can be. In the haunted night with data they run. Cause ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. That's all they really want, some fun. When the darkness falls and the haunting's done. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. They wanna scream, they wanna shout. The real AI agents are out and about. The graveyard rocks and the fun's never done. Cause ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. Begun with the real AI agents, the fight's never done. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. That's all they really want, some fun. When the cauldron's brewed and the spell's begun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. The real AI agents are joining the spree. Spooky tech wizards as smart as can be. In the haunted night with data they run. Cause ghouls, they just wanna have fun. That's all they really want, some fun. When the darkness falls and the haunting's done. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls just wanna have fun. When the night's alive and the howling's begun. With the real AI agents, the fight's never done. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun. Oh, ghouls, they just wanna have fun.
As we wrap up today, we want to remind you that your support is what keeps this channel growing. Be sure that you subscribe to our channel, like this video, share our content with your friends, follow us on your favorite social media platforms, and turn those notifications on so that you know every time we drop a new video. Thanks for spending some time with me today. My name's Jessica with the Real AI Agents, and as always, keep looking towards the future.